Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony Picks Morning Show. I'm Tony T with Happy New Year to you here on January 2nd. We give out live free picks for today's card every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And on today's show, our picks for you from the 4 bowl games, our last day of, well, with this quantity in the bowls. Also, a picture here from the NBA, a 10-game card. College basketball as well. More conference action today. And if we get a hockey guy in here, we'll have the NHL for you as well. Of course, Rod will be here at 1 p.m. Eastern Time with the Daily Dangle, complete thorough rundown of the NHL with goalies in and outs, and of course, all the injury news for you there. So check out the Daily Dangle, 1 p.m. Eastern Time for our hockey coverage. Guys, what we ask you to do, if you would, give us that like, that thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. It really helps us build up our audience when you do that. And so let's say hello to Chris, and we'll get right to the picks. Chris, how's it going?
It's going pretty well. Had a 1-1 day yesterday on the books there. Had Texas Tech. They couldn't hang with Oregon there, but did have the Heat on the other side of things. So that was good in basketball there. And then of course, somehow, some way, Ole Miss decided to pull it off with Georgia. Very crazy last second of the game there. Not sure what was all happening, but. Anyway, we ended up doing it, but made a lot of mistakes, a lot of penalties. We cannot do that against Miami. We will be it's just not going to go well. So we have to tighten up some things, but we'll celebrate the victory today and enjoy my Rebels win, and just ready to get to today.
Congrats there, Chris. Rebels advanced there with the win. We'll say hello to El Nino. Al, what's going on?
Doing pretty good. I was 2-0 yesterday, so off to a good start this year, and hoping to keep it rolling, and hoping just for a solid 2026. How are you doing, Tom?
I'm doing all right. Yeah, I missed my best bet here with the I was going on Georgia side, but didn't get it done here. But 11-4 over the last 30 days for me in college football premium. So been scaling back on the volume, but hitting a high percentage. So I'm pretty happy with my bull premium performance this year. Just trying to stay away from these landmines, just looking for roster and coaching advantages here, especially here with all the information out there. You do your due diligence instead of just and look for those situations where, you have depleted coaching staffs, depleted rosters, and stay away from narratives. You'll be okay. And I think that's the case here in all of handicapping, right?
I can't. You said you were on Georgia, you said?
Yeah, I was on Georgia yesterday, yep.
Yeah, I can't blame you. I kind of like Georgia there too, but shout out to Chris's Ole Miss there. Congrats, and best of luck to them.
Yeah, best of luck there. Look like they're in pretty good hands offensively. Maybe tying the defense up, but we'll see how we roll into as we. It's good. It's always a different situation. You get into next week, so we'll see how that rolls in as Miami. 2 teams here, a collision course. Then we got Oregon and Indiana on the other side. Of course, I gave the free one with Oregon, but missed it there with Alabama. But boy, man, they just got steamrolled there by Indiana. Boy, it's going to be a tough offseason for that Alabama coach because they're going to hear about it. I don't know if you caught that Nick Saban burning expletive about the boosters in Alabama all during the during this period of time, telling them how they felt that Alabama should kick the rear of Indiana. It didn't happen. So the boosters are going to be very upset with the performance there, but we'll see how it all settles there. We'll get to the bowl games for today, guys. 4 of them on the slate. Our last day of really high volume, as we'll probably much have singles after this. Rice and Texas State. We see Texas State laying 17.5, total 55. Rice, a losing team. That gets in because of teams that didn't want to go bowling. Navy and Cincinnati, we've seen this move up a hook here. Navy now 7.5, total 54.5. This had a big line move from an opener of 1. Wake Forest and Mississippi State, interesting one here. We have Mississippi State here laying 3, total 53. And the Holiday Bowl will be on Fox. You have to switch channels if you're used to watching ESPN and all these games. This one will be on Fox. SMU 1 to a pick'em here. Total sits here at 52. We'll look at the weather in these games. Rice and Texas State, 70 degrees in Dallas, 11-mile-per-hour wind. Navy and Cincinnati also will be 55 degrees, 6-mile-per-hour wind, and 83 degrees. 83% chance of rain there in that one, in that bowl game there. So we got possible rain in that. Might maybe help Navy because they like to run the football. Of course, that game is the Liberty Bowl in Memphis, Tennessee. And the first bowl was the Armed Forces Bowl in Fort Worth, Texas. And then Wake Forest, Mississippi State will be the Mayo Bowl in Charlotte, North Carolina. A lot of that, all that nasty mayonnaise you're going to see all game long. It's a hard one to watch there. 53 degrees there, 2 miles per hour wind I don't like mayo. Southwest 2 miles per hour. Well, if you know what's in it, you probably just don't know what's in it. That's all I got to tell you there, if you like it. 53 degrees, 2 miles per hour wind there. There, and of course the Holiday Bowl, Arizona SMU in San Diego. Well, we're going to get a break in the rain today. There, you probably saw the Rose Bowl. It stopped raining a little bit, so we're going to get a little bit of break here. 6% chance of rain. Doesn't look like we're going to get rain there in San Diego. 60 degrees, 5 mile per hour wind. So there you go, updated here with the situations there with the weather. We go on over to Chris.
Yeah, starting with this Rice, Texas State. Rice is barely averaging 19 points a game there. I know it's at 55.5. I think we see a lower scoring matchup in that one. No, Texas State is at minus 17.5. I guess they expect the blowout there, but it's going to just matter if Rice was able to even score. So we'll take the under in that one. I like an over in the Navy. Cincinnati Navy does like to run the ball there, 289 yards of average of rush there. So they're going to keep it on the ground, but I think they just get in there back and forth a little bit there. I think we get up and over 54.5. And then, that Mayo Bowl, I definitely won't be watching. I don't like any of that, especially when they cover them in mayonnaise. Hopefully they don't do that this year. That's weird. But we'll take, I'll go with the SEC in this one. We'll take Mississippi State with the -3 is what I've currently got it at to take care of Wake Forest.
Here we go here from Chris. Next on over to Alninos.
Yeah, I'll Rice, Texas Tech. Obviously, they're expecting a big lopsided game here, but I think that's a couple too many points. So I'll take a small shot here on the big dog here in Rice. The dog I like better is Cincinnati. However, now they are missing some players to the transfer portal, but I still think I'll take that hook there on the touchdown in that one. And yeah, I agree. I'm on Mississippi State too. This one kind of looks like a funky line, but with Wake having the much better numbers and all that. But obviously, I think there's a reason that the line's that way, and obviously they'll be without Claiborne there, their running back at Wake. So I'll take a shot on Mississippi State as well.
There from Al Ninos here. Tell you anything about these games. Yeah, I'm going to go under in Rice and Texas State here. Rice will be without their starting quarterback, running back, and receiver as they opted out. Center and lineman is opted out here for Texas State, but they're going to have their starting receivers and playmakers available. Of course, Texas State did fire their defensive coordinator, and because they don't play defense. Rice head coach Scott Abel, he's loyal. Remember we talked about Rice switching over to the triple option. They're going to continue here with the triple option. They averaged 50 rushing attempts over the past 7 games. I would expect Rice to try and shorten this game. Just keep pounding the rock. Keep that high-powered Bobcats offense off the field. You don't want them on the field because they're going to pound your defense. So I look for an under in this one between Rice and Texas State. I think the interim coach is within the staff. If he puts up a good showing here, his defense puts up a good showing, then, he may be in the candidate for the defensive coordinator position that has opened up. Sometimes you like to see those a lot of times with these small conferences, you see that the internal promotions here. So they made the secondary coach the interim defensive coordinator. He does a good job here. Maybe he'll be up for the job. I like the under in that one. Yeah, I can't go against a Naval Academy here, especially Academy School, especially here in a bowl game. Give me Navy here. We saw what Army did. No opt-outs here for Navy. They're going to be in shape, ready for this game. But, man, you look at Cincinnati's defense down the stretch, man, they've just been terrible. As a matter of fact, they've given up an average of 238 yards rushing the past 4 games. Brendan Sorsby has opted out. He'll be a backup quarterback here for Cincinnati. And they've been hit hard with transfers on defense, especially in the secondary line and linebacker positions. Although both coaching staffs are intact, but the way Cincinnati's defense is played, and you got a Naval Academy school here with all this rest, and they'll be in shape for this game. Of course, Cincinnati has to prepare for the triple option. With all these opt-outs, I'm going to take Navy in this one. I'm just going to stick with the Academy schools. They're a good bet in bowl games. Going to continue just to do it. I like Mississippi State here, laying the 3. They did beat Arizona State at home. Of course, they went through a tough schedule in the SEC. They did have 1 possession losses against Tennessee and Texas. They did. To me, depth is a concern for the Demon Deacons. They have a lot of transfers here. Numerous opt-outs for the Demon Deacons. A starting defensive lineman opting out. Mississippi State, of course, we know, fired the defensive coordinator and several assistants. Wake Forest coaching staff is intact, but Camario Taylor will be the true freshman quarterback who saw some action in 10 games, 30 of 55 for 388 yards. Pretty impressive for that freshman here. Again, I don't think he'll have – well, let's face it, he's a freshman, so someone will be there competing with him next year. I don't think he'll have the job to himself. So he has some motivation here for a good showing, because we're looking at, possibly the starting position next year. But you're going to be on a film in this bowl game. Very important for Taylor to have a good showing. So I'm going to go Mississippi State in this one here. As in this game, Wake Forest, their top runner and receiver will also miss this game, and their fourth leading receiver as well. So a lot of opt-outs here on this Demon Deacon side, both on offense and defense. I'm going to take Arizona here plus the point, or Peckham here. I just don't like this SMU. You choke the game. You choke that Cal game's got to be hitting you like you can't believe. Choke the season away. Had a shot at the ACC title game. Had a shot at the playoffs. And here you are, SMU, sitting down having to watch 2 playoff rounds, knowing that you should have been there. So I don't think they're going to be in the right frame of mind in this one. Also, too, note that Wildcats quarterback Noah Fafita is in his 3rd year, and he started 3 years. He has 1 year of eligibility. Why I bring this up? Because to me, this is a launching pad for his 2027 NFL draft. The reason why I bring this, because next season he starts and plays throughout the season. That means he will be a 4-year starter in college. And you know what? The NFL, they love those guys. So he goes out in the 20. He may be one of the leading guys they talk about in the NFL 2027 draft. I know everyone's going to be talking about Maeda at USC. I think this guy is better than the USC quarterback, Fafita. And I know he's had to have a few coaches he's juggled with. But Fafita, to me, this is a showcase game for Fafita. You know Fafita is going to be in the immediate guide next year. They're going to send Heisman, brochures out to everybody because this is their guy. He'll be a senior next year, 3 years starter, be a 4th-year starter, 2027 draft. They love those guys in the draft. You know that all the draft gurus will be looking at this guy for 2027. So I think this is a Fafita game here. I'll take Arizona in this spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony's Morning Show as we'll turn our attention over to the NBA. You only get this kind of, we're going to get to the NBA here, guys. We cover it all. So we're not just the bowl games. So we'll cover all the games. So we'll start with the NBA. We'll go here. We'll do 4, 4, and 2 on the blocks. We'll start with Spurs and Pacers here. We got the Spurs 6 on the road. A 6.5 is out there as well. Total 238. Nets and Wizards. We've got the Nets. This one's about a pick 'em. I'm seeing some love for the Nets, but we're seeing pick 'em as well out there. Total 225.5. Hawks and Knicks. Knicks 7.5. Total 246. Nuggets and Cavs. Interesting. Look at the Cavs. 13.5 8-point favorites. Total 240.5. Yeah, there's the injury is going to be long here on this Nuggets team. It's not just Jokic; they've got a laundry list here. So let's get to the injuries here for this series, first 4 series of games here from the NBA here, and in the Spurs and Pacer game, Wemby and Vassell. Wemby again. I've told you guys about Wemby, right? It's a hyperextended knee, another lower leg injury. Ninos, okay.
Yeah, those hyperextensions. I guess even the skinny guys can suffer those. Yeah.
You know what? I've told you, to me, we're looking now. Another Yao Ming. I told you he's going to be another Yao Ming. Ming played only in 61% of his games, by the way. So these big monsters, man, these giants, they have trouble staying healthy. I've just seen it happen too many times, especially now in this fast-paced NBA. On the Pacers side, Jackson topping her out. McConnell, they're probable. We go to Brooklyn and Washington. Highsmith out. Porter, Man, Demon here is questionable. On the Wizards side, well, the Keyshawn George out. Kispert and Whitmer as well are out for the Wizards. We go to Denver and Cleveland. Now, we talked about this one. Look at this laundry list for Denver. See what happens when your star sits? Everyone sits, right? That's what Michael Jordan said. We got Bates, Braun, Gordon, Johnson, Jokic, Valanciunas, the old man. 2 centers out. We're going to see De'Ron Holmes, the starting center there for the Nuggets. They're all out. Murray and Strother. Here we go. Are probable. What did I tell you, right? The star sits. Everybody else wants to sit. Nance and Strus are out for the Cavs. Hunter and Merrill are questionable. We go to the Hawks and Knicks. Trae Young, still questionable status there for the Knicks. Hart out. He's significant off the bench. Lamette out here for the Knicks. And then Robinson questionable. We go on over to Chris.
Yeah, look at the Spurs Pacers there. I mean, the Pacers are a home underdog, 8-6 to the spread there. I'll take the points with the Pacers in that one. In that matchup, the Nets Wizards, that's your DJing game of the day there. So just take I don't know which one's the lesser of the two evils. I'd take the points for the Wizards if I had to, but definitely staying away from that. Two totals I like in the next two. The Hawks Knicks, I think we get up over 246.5. It's the highest total on the board today, but I don't think we see a whole lot of defense there in Madison Square Garden tonight. So I think we're going to get up over to that. And then, yeah, like you said, you got Valanciunas is out, Jokic is out. I mean, I guess it's going to be Denver's G League team. They're going to kind of do a Memphis type thing there. I don't know who's going to play, but if you don't have any bigs around the rim there, I mean, we could get up and over that 240.5 as well. So I like an over in that matchup.
There we go with Chris. We move on over to El Nino's.
Yeah, it's going to be Murray and the reserves, I guess. Yeah, I like the Pacers as well here. I originally wanted to jump on the Spurs. Opened at 5.5. But yeah, that Wemby injury is quite significant. And Pacers just came off a close loss. I think they can keep this one respectable as well. So I'll take the points of the Pacers there. Cavs, Nuggets. Yeah. That's a big spread, but I guess try to go. Let me see. I'm sorry. I'm trying to pull this number out.
The first quarter, Nino's.
Yeah, halftime. Probably a first quarter, halftime. I'm trying to see where the best value is. Definitely trying to avoid the 13.5. It's a tough one. Maybe another first quarter there until while the Nuggets try to figure life out with their reserves. So seeing 4.5 again, it's a pretty big one, but I guess that's where I would go if I had to bet that one. So Cavs first quarter for me there, and Knicks Hawks, another tough one. Yeah, if Young plays, I agree with the over that Chris says, but yeah, I guess it's over either way. But obviously, would rather Young plays than that one.
There we go with El Nino's there. Tell you what I think about these games here. I do agree here with the Pacers here plus the points here. Pacers have covered their past two spots of good shooting here. Spurs have failed to cover 3 straight shooting an issue here for this Spurs team. So I'll take the plus points there with the Pacers. Yeah, rest advantage for the Wizards. I'll take them in this spot. They're showing some good defense over their past 2 weeks, holding teams to 43% overall. It is a back-to-back spot for Brooklyn. They got pounded by Houston yesterday. So I'll take Washington here in this spot. Like the over in Knicks and Hawks. The Hawks they're not playing. They're the Hawks again. They're not playing any defense. And Knicks 3-point shooting has been strong, but the 3-point defense has not been good over the past 2 weeks. They are hitting 41% from 3, but allowing 40% from beyond the arc. And that was an issue with the previous coach, right? They were giving up too many threes, open threes. So we'll see how that rolls as we move forward. Hawks making their threes, but giving up 50% shooting overall. I like the over in that one. Yeah, I look at the under here with Denver and Cleveland. I think their scoring is going to be impacted a little bit here. We saw that depressed scoring there with Denver in that first game with that Jokic. It was a low-scoring game, 106-103 against Toronto. So I'm going to go, and that was a total of 229. So that total went under by 20 points. So I'll look at under in this one. Cleveland has won and covered 2 straight behind good defense. So we've seen some good defensive play here. And we saw what they could only score 106 there in that game against Toronto. And you got a better defensive team here in Cleveland. So I like under in that one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony's Morning Show. We'll continue on here.
Before we do that, Tony, I guess my stronger play on the Cavs would be for them to win both halves at minus 125 or so. If you can make that bet, obviously. I know that not all books offer that one, but if they do, that'd be stronger than my minus 4.5 in the first quarter. All right, sorry.
All right, it's there to win both. Well, at least you got the reserves in the back. See, I was worried about the first quarter bets because you got the starters in for most of it. The second quarter is when the reserves come in. So if you're looking at an injury depleted team, I would look to go against them in at least second quarter or in the first half because that's when you get the reserves. You're third off the bench. So that's my worry. Right? I would look at it that way. Trailblazers, Pelicans here. Portland, 1-point road favorite, 1.5 popping up, total 245. Magic and Bulls. The Bulls still dogs at home here. 5.5 on the road here for Orlando, total 234. We got Hornets and Bucks. The Bucks here, 5.5, 6, total 232.5. Kings and Suns. Oh, this Kings outfit, just a back-to-back here against Phoenix. Look at the line here. Phoenix, 12.5. Total 226.5 against the Tankines. We're going to call them the Tankines now because that's what they're doing. And this one in the Portland game, we've got Grant, Henderson, Holiday, Thibault, Wesley out, continuing a laundry list of injuries for Portland. For the Pelicans, just Jones and Murray out. These are two contributors, big guys for New Orleans, Bay and Queen. The Dairy Queen is questionable, so is Bay as well. For Orlando and Chicago, we've got Castleton and both Wagner brothers. I guess they probably room together. They're both out, and Isaac are questionable. We move over to Chicago in Orlando here. We've got Collins, Flowers, Giddey, and Gobi White out. Obrich and Miller, they're questionable. And then what else do we have in this one? We have the Charlotte and Milwaukee game. And in this one, we covered Charlotte. Yeah, Charlotte Milwaukee's here. We got Kalkbrenner, Plumlee, and Williams out. Diabate, the former Clipper, is questionable. Bridges is probable. Just Taurean Prince out here for Milwaukee. And the Tank Kings out, just Sabonis and Levine doubtful there for the Tank Kings. And for the Suns, we got Green out and Grayson Allen questionable. We go over to Chris.
Yeah, I'm going to go with I'll take the Pelicans here. They've just been covering lately, 14-7 at home there. And, of course, the Trailblazers just missing some guys, just not doing well on the road there. So I'd rather just have the +1.5 there with the Pelicans. You can take them on the money line if you want, but we'll go that direction. And then, yeah, definitely fading this Kings team. And it's a lot to lay with the Suns, but, I mean, they're in that mode. They're tanking, and the Suns very well, 12-2 is a favorite. So they should roll completely over this Kings coming into it off a back-to-back. The Kings, I don't know what they're trying to go for as far as a draft pick, but definitely tanking at the moment. So no matter who's in or out there, we'll still take the Suns.
There we go with Chris on over to El Ninos.
Yeah, sticking to that game again. This is one where I would just go Suns to win both halves. This one is -120 or so. So again, if you can do that, that's the way I would look. One of my favorite plays on the card. I don't have a premium yet in the NBA, and this very well could end up being it. But yeah, I like the Bulls there to keep their spot. I know they're missing a couple pieces, but they've been playing well and getting 5 points at home. I think this is a game they can actually win outright. So yeah, the Magic are a pretty good team, but again, even if they could very well win this game and not cover as well. So I think there's too many ways for the Bulls to cover this number. So I'll take the points with the Bulls there. And yeah, Hornets, Bucks, a game I kind of went back and forth on a little bit, maybe mostly because of the inconsistencies at the Bucks. I guess I'll lean to the Bucks to get the job done there. But again, they could put up a stinker. Again, I wouldn't be shocked at all. But if they show up, they should be able to handle them.
Yeah, they just lose the Wiz. That's listen to the Wiz turds. That was just a bad look there for them. I'm gonna look at the Bulls here. Yeah, the Franz Wagner injury is really impacting this Magic team. They just we know they couldn't shoot in the playoffs, but Wagner was the only positive. Remember in those playoff exits they've had, they just can't shoot. They can't shoot now. Over the past 2 weeks, struggled shooting the basketball. Hey, Bulls have won and covered 6 of 8. I'll take them here as a home dog in this spot. Yeah, Portland and New Orleans, I want nothing to do with Portland on the road. 7-11 road team, don't defend. Pelicans have defended 3-point line over the past 2 weeks. Portland's not shooting the ball well right now. I'll take New Orleans here with the point. Yeah, I can only look at the Hornets here plus the points. I guess they covered the closing number against the Warriors. I graded myself as a loss because I was getting 6, and I looked up and it was 8 when the game went off. So they closed. I guess Hornets knew the closing number, so they made sure they covered it. If it was 6, they probably would have covered it too. So I'll take them. I'll take Charlotte in this spot. Milwaukee, they stinker there against the Wizards. Yeah, they're back. Giannis is back. Yeah, he was back, but no one else is. That's the problem there. They've had spots of poor shooting. Hornets over the past 2 weeks, 41% from 3. That Knipple, Miller, and Lamal Ball. Those are 3 guys that can shoot the basketball. They're going to be in any game with those 3 guys healthy on the court. There's just too many sharp shooters right now for Charlotte. A team of the future, they can build around them. Yeah, the Tank Kings, God, I don't want anything. They're putting in a lot of their young guys, distributing minutes out there. The Suns, I know it's a first game after a road trip, but I'll take him here and lay the big points. I mean, Sacramento had the entire holidays off. I mean, they had they had a huge day off. I'm sorry for New Year's, but Christmas holiday, they had like the 22nd to 26th off. They had like a lot of time, and they still couldn't do anything coming off that holiday break the NBA gifted them. And I'll look at Phoenix in that spot. All right, let's continue here on Phoenix Morning Show. We'll close out the NBA with these final two. This is your Amazon Prime game of the day, Thunder and Warriors. The injury report is telling here, Thunder 9. We're seeing an 8.5 pop up as well, total 229. Grizzlies and Lakers. Lakers 4, 3.5 at home, total 240.5. Let's take a look here at the injuries in this Thunder game. We got Dang, Hartenstein, Topic, and the bad Jalen Williams out. For the Warriors, Seth Curry and Draymond Green out. So first home game after the spillage there, Green out. Steph Curry and Melton questionable. Horford, Jackson Davis probable. We go to Memphis and the Lakers. The hustle again, maybe. We'll see. Clark, the Giant Edey, Jerome, Konkar, Pippen, Williams out for the Grizzlies. Caldwell Pope, a guy off the bench, questionable. Jay Wells, a starting forward, is questionable. For the Lakers, still a couple of shooters out. Hachimura and Reeves. Add T-Row and Vincent to that list being out for the Lakers. Vanderbilt now shows up as questionable. He's a late addition to the injury report. Questionable for Vandy. All right, the Lakers bench is going to be a little compromised here as they have to move Jake LaRavia and Smart into the starting lineup. Let's see who they project off the bench here. Hayes, Smith, Kleber, and Bronny. Here, guys. How did Bronny get ahead of Dalton Connect? Connect, come on, dude. Get yourself together there. All right, there. We'll move on over to Chris.
Yeah, that's insane. Connect's got to get his stuff together there. With all that being said, give me my Grizzlies. You can take the points. I'm going to take them on the money line. I think they go into LA and get it done tonight. I'm definitely not a Jake LaRavia fan. We sent him over to LA. Not a fan of that. Marcus Smart, I don't know. He's all over the place there, but just not in love with this Lakers team right now in their current form. So you guys can take the points with the Grizzlies. I'm going to take them on the money line. Also, I think we get up and over that total. I think 240. I think we see a lot of points back and forth tonight on that. Definitely waiting on the Steph Curry, not the Seth Curry. I don't care if he ever plays, but Steph Curry, definitely waiting on that news to see if he plays on that now that OKC just did beat them by 12 points back on the 2nd of December. So could see a repeat of that. I mean, if you like the Warriors, I'd catch them now because if Steph Curry plays, that could change. But personally, I'm going to take OKC to come in here and get it done with 8.5.
Here we go with Chris. Next up, we move over to El Ninos.
Yeah, I was kind of looking the other way. Now, obviously, this could go completely sideways if Curry doesn't play. Again, probably more of a happy hour play here. I would actually rather wait on the news because, I mean, points almost would feel useless here if he doesn't play. This could get very ugly, I think. So yeah, tune into the happy hour for that one. And yeah, I guess I'll agree with the points with the Grizzlies. They're missing a ton of pieces, but yeah, these Lakers not playing too well. Not a super strong player or anything. I'll be rooting for one thing in this game. I want to see posterize LeBron, and that'll make my day.
Oh, Anita's a Laker fan. Says, nope.
Oh, yeah, Laker fan, not a LeBron fan.
Not a LeBron. That's right. He's got Kobe. That's his picture back there. Is Kobe, by the way. That's his guy. So,
you don't see any LeBron posters.
No, I don't see no LeBron. That's right. We don't see no LeBron up there. That's right. No doubt about that. Homegrown Kobe Bryant
too
fan.
much flopping. Can't promote that shit.
Can't stop the flop king. There you go. All right, I'm going to go OKC as well here. Warriors, too many injuries. I know. At some point they step up with the reserves, but man, OKC is too professional for that. They just seem to bring their A game no matter what. So I'll take OKC, a 12-3 road team, 119 points per 100 possessions. They have a plus 12 net rating on the road. That's hard to do coming off a year where you won the title and you had to play through June. That's just to me impressive there to have those road numbers after that long stretch of games last year. Because that NBA, when you get to the finals, that's a lot of basketball you play. Just think, you're out of the playoffs. You play 2 months less of basketball than the champions do. That's insane when you think about it, because the NBA regular season finishes in mid-April. The NBA finals finishes in mid-June. So maybe some of these guys like missing the playoffs. They get a lot more vacation time. All right, we'll look at the Grizzlies and Lakers. Yeah, I'm going to go over in this one. This Lakers defense is trash. We saw that against the Pistons, right? Pistons, last game of a long road trip, 63% shooting on this Laker team. I didn't hear any sound. I was looking for some sound bites from our man there, the coach for the Lakers. I didn't hear any there, but man, to give up that shooting, it was brutal here. Let me look at the box score again. I think I got it right. I think it was 63%. Yeah, 63% shooting, 46% from the Grinch team that was on the road since December 22nd all the way to New Year's Eve. They were in an airplane coming home. So just horrific defense. Give me the over in that one. We just saw that shootout. Now, of course, I was on the Grizzlies that game, but we saw a shootout the other time with Memphis and Sixers. I look for an over there in that one. Yeah, I know. Nino's going against the Lakers. Yeah, I know. There we go.
Was that Pistons game after Redick said he needed one practice, or was that?
Well, yeah, they pounded Sacramento after that.
And
Yeah.
Okay.
speaking of sound bites, one you should really go check out is Charles Barkley take on the was it the LeBron? I think it was LeBron MJ the GOAT debate. So
Oh,
go see Charles Barkley's take on that. It's kind of beautiful.
Yep, that's true. I think you look at the body of work from LeBron from start to finish, okay, but then at the peak periods, I think he's gotten beaten. I think Kobe's peak a little better than him, and LeBron and Jordan's peak. I think the problem is that we look at the end of their careers. Yeah, LeBron better numbers end of career, but the peak performance, give me both Kobe there and Jordan. I'd have to say that. I give LeBron credit at his age playing at this quality, but peak performance. At their peak, I think they both have them, no doubt about that. All right, our man, and we miss you on the shows, man. I guess Solo, we need you out here on the shows. Too many Coens and Lakers, Ross. That's right. Defense stinks, and he's the Lakers guy. He knows. We all know there. And it wasn't fool's gold when we saw early season. They were just outscoring teams, and here now you're playing tougher teams now. They're paying for it. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show. Over to college basketball. This will at some point. Maybe next week we'll get into the blocks, but this time of the year we have all these bowl games still going on. We'll just ask the cappers, give us what you got in college hoops. We have a lot of mid majors in action today. We'll start with Chris. Chris, what do you got?
I guys got you a couple today. First one, I'm going to look at both their totals that I've got for you. USC and Michigan here, 172.5. Now, both these teams are scoring, doing very well with their percentages and shooting three-point percentage well. You look at USC averaging about 90 points a game, Michigan about 96. I think we get up and over that total. I think we get up and down on both these sides. These guys can shoot the three. Really good field goal percentage for both of those guys. Another one I'm looking at here, also an over, is going to be West Virginia, Iowa State, 140.5. I think we see a lot of back and forth between these two teams. Iowa State, very good field goal percentage, 41% from three. So I think we get up and over those totals today.
There we go with Chris. Next up, El Nino's.
Yeah, I'll take a small lean on Michigan State here over Nebraska. Should be a great one. Nebraska's been playing real well as well. 9-0 at home on the 13 game, obviously 13-0 on the season. But yeah, the Trojans also won their lone road game of the year, and right behind them at 12-1. So I'll take Michigan State there. The one I did like better was Cal over Notre Dame. Again, this one opened 3.5, now 4.5. But still think they get the job done there at home, where they're 11-1. So yeah, lay the points with Cal there.
Yeah, Louisville and Notre Dame were the two teams that had to go out west to start ACC play. Louisville will be at Stanford laying almost 10 there. There's Stanford losing at home to Notre Dame there. El Nino's going with Cal to get it done to bounce it back. All right, tell you what I think. One game I looked at here today that I like here was give me San Diego Toreros here plus the 10.5 against San Francisco. The Dons here 1-1 here this year, but their numbers have been terrible. 25% from three, poor on the rebounding edge, not forcing turnovers. Giving up, the turnover situation there, and poor shooting at the three-point line. I'll look at Lavin's Toreros here. Had them ready for conference play. 1-1, beat Pacific at home, which I like them there. Gabe Gonzaga is scared, losing 99-93. He's put 93 on Gonzaga there. Hitting their free throws. Team that forces turnovers here defensively, but when we look at the conference numbers, they've been great from three here. 39% from three, 52% inside. Holding teams at 30% from three, and they're number one in turnovers in conference play after the first two. So I'll look here at the Toreros, the plus 10.5. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show. Turn our attention here to hockey here on this Friday here before the big cards on Saturday. So NHL, just a handful of games, 4 games. El Ninos will do the heavy lifting here. Golden Knights and Blues. We got the Golden Knights on the road, $1.52, total 5.5. Rangers and Panthers. Panthers $1.40, total 5.5. Kraken at Canucks. It's Canucks $1.55, total 5.5. Wild at the Ducks. Wild, a road favorite, $1.26, total 6.5. Over to El Ninos.
Yeah, I'll take a shot here on the Knights. Again, it's a little juicy, so if you want to put a little bit on the regulation or the puck line as well to knock that juice down a bit, wouldn't be opposed to that. But leaning towards the Golden Knights in that one. Rangers Panthers should be a pretty interesting matchup. Would love to take a shot on some plus money here with the Rangers. They've been letting me down a little too much lately, so probably just stay away from this one. And I'll take a shot on the Canucks here with the rest and home ice advantage. I think it's a good spot for them to bounce back. So, dealing with some injuries, but still think it's a great spot for Vancouver. So, again, a little juicy, so probably Canucks -1 for me. If you prefer the regulation, go ahead and take that, but Canucks -1.
There we go from El Ninos. All right, I like this name here. Me, myself, and myself. There we go. I think it's me, myself, and myself. There we go. All right, let's continue here on the Tony's Morning Show. We got you through our sports coverage. Now it's time for our parlay peripheral segment where our cappers give it a parlay, team player prop, game of the future. They make the call here. We start here with Chris.
Yeah, we're going to go three-teamer with the points. We'll take the Pacers, we'll take the Pelicans, and we'll take my Grizzlies all with the points. And then your goal scorer for the day is from the Canucks, Linus Karlsson, to get us a goal today.
Here we go from Chris on over to El Ninos.
Yeah, I'll go Bulls. I'll go. I guess I do agree strongly on the Pacers, so we'll take that one as well as the Canucks.
There we go from El Ninos. Okay, I'll take Navy college football. Navy college football laying the points against Cincinnati. I'll take the Toreros plus the 10.5 against San Francisco. San Diego there plus 10.5 against San Francisco college basketball. And in NBA, I'm going to go ahead and take the Hornets plus the 6. Better look for it because 5.5 is starting to pop up. All right, we got you through our parlay peripheral segment. Now it's time to see what our cappers have for sale over at Tony's Picks, heading into a big weekend of action here with college football bowls. NFL returns tomorrow with some key games, of course, into the weekend as well. College hoops, NBA, NHL. So this is a great time to get those long-term subscriptions as there are lots of sports overlapping this time of the year. Let's take a look over at Tony's Picks, see what Chris has for sale right now. That's where you're going to find our best bets and more. Chris has put together very good the last 30 days. Also in college football, has sharp big numbers here for the year 2025, head into the new year. So we'll see what Chris has for sale right now over at Tony's Picks.
Now, Rich has one play so far in the NBA. Could get there with another one. Just waiting for some information. But currently, you have a best bet in the NBA. You have a best bet in the Holiday Bowl. I took a best bet there for college football, doing pretty well there. So we're going to try to continue that there. 2-for-1 capper. Pair two of us up together. Let's go to work for you. Hop on the long term. We're here at Friday. You guys like that 3-day pass for the weekend? Get you everything. I'll have NBA, NFL, college football, and college basketball. Once we start getting into conference play there, I'll have you a little bit more basketball there. But yeah, hop on something long term there and get that late steam as well. We see all these injuries and everything. These lines are changing. So hop on there. You'll get those directly emailed to you. And let's just continue to try to do well.
That's right, guys. Got with Chris over at Tony's Picks. You can see best bets on the board right now. And, of course, all of our one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit. Amount purchased will be credited back to your account for site credits. That's profit guaranteed. Get on board with Chris over at Tony's Picks. Of course, he does have the long-term subscriptions. Best way to go there. You guys like that 3-day pass on the weekend with all the football coverage coming up and hoops. So get on board with Chris over at Tony's Picks. All right, let's take a look, see what El Ninos has got rolling over at Tony's Picks. Start off to a great year in the new year for El Ninos. Has been starting off pretty good here over on the site. So, El, what do you got for sale for today?
Yeah, so far just the lone play in the NHL. If you want to check that out, could get there with the NBA. As I mentioned, there's one play I like quite a bit. Just being very selective lately, so depends how selective I guess I want to be by the time I put all my plays in, I should say. But also looking at one ball game as well that could end up there. So keep an eye out for those plays throughout the day, and always your best way to go is getting one of those long-term 2-for-1 capper passes, so those steam plays get emailed right to you when they do show up.
That's right, guys. Got to go with El Ninos over at Tony's Picks. You can see great results from El Ninos to start the new year. Of course, green across the screen here. for the major sports here. As you can see here, last 30 days, NBA, college football, college basketball. So get up over the El Ninos over at Tony's Picks with the plays. Of course, the long-term subscriptions will serve you well. Remember, our long-term subscriptions, our member plays are in by 11 a.m. Eastern time, but we continue to look for plays throughout the betting cycle. We find late plays. We put them in the system between 10 minutes to 2 hours of our game time. Those are late steam. Those are emailed directly to your inbox using the email you use when you sign up for the service. Also, props also available at no extra charge. We have all the major props automated in our system, and they are the widely available props that you can find at most of your major sports books. Those are included on the long-term subscriptions at no extra charge. We've automated the prop system for grading as well as for handicapper posting them. So it's not a pain in the ass for the cappers to put a prop in the system. It's automated here as we've got great programming staff here making sure everything works properly, and a huge selection of props for you guys to pick up when you get our long-term subscription. So get on board. Tony T is your promo code to check out, save you that 15% off. And of course, 2-for-1 capper promotion. So you can match up your favorite cappers together on a 2-for-1. You can match up El Ninos, put Chris together in a 2-for-1 capper promotion, just as you see me doing here. And you guys will save even more when you do that. When you go long-term here at Tony's Picks, you can see if you save 50% off that second capper. So go ahead and get signed up. All right, guys, I have a best bet on the board today over at Tony's Picks. Had a really good last 30 days in college football. I have a college football best bet, NBA best bet in college football. Let's see. I think I'm at the top of the 30-day leaderboard there. 11-4 in my 15 premiums in college football, covering much of the bowl season. So I've been very selective, but again, going through, doing the due diligence, looking at the injury opt-outs, looking at the coaching situations there. So been very selective here in college football this year, doing well. So matching up with your favorite capper with the multi 2-for-1 capper promotion and get signed up. All right, guys, with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. It is the Tony's Picks Morning Show. So you guys can check us out over on the YouTube with our live shows and more. Matter of fact, just hit Tony's Picks in the search console there. You'll find us here. Let's find it up here, Tony's Picks, and get on over to the site here. Of course, all of our live streams will show up right away. But you land on our homepage. That's where you want to go, our landing spot, because that's where we have everything nice and organized. We have a lot of content here. So I highly recommend using this home tab because it's easy to find our content that way. We have playlists here. My compilation videos are up and ready to roll here from college football as well as the NBA. Deep dives there. Chris's hit list is up and updated here from the NHL. Our playlist here, your NFL pick videos, and because you can hit this as well. You'll check those up and that'll be filled for Saturday and Sunday. College football is up for you guys right now, ready to roll. Whatever format you have, whether you have the vertical or horizontal, we got it covered for you here. College football, ready to roll. I think Ramon's got some coverage for you in there as well from Night Move Show, so check it out. NBA playlist is ready to roll with NBA for today. College basketball, let's see what Ramon's got for you today in college hoops. He's got for you here USC Michigan, Sam Houston, Western Kentucky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games so far. What else he's got for you? 6 games from Ramon here in college basketball for today. So he's locked and loaded. So you guys can get your college basketball right here on the playlist as well. NHL up there. Ramon's got you covered on the entire card as well. Hit list in there as well. Fight picks will be coming up soon when the fights return. Our shorts are populated with a lot of short content for you guys. So check it out. College football and more. We even clip our shows as well. So you can see the reels there with lots of content there, guys. So check it out. Live show coverage for you as well. Hit the live. We have 5 live shows over our channel. There we've got our live show with the morning show on archive. Night Moves with Ramon and DeAndre up there for you as well. Daily Dangle is our hockey show with a Rod there for you here. Every day, 1 p.m. each time, and we'll have the hockey coverage for you here. Looks like yesterday we had Ron Crawford and Steve Duncan there in the show. And, of course, the happy hour is at 5 p.m. Eastern time. We've got also the look ahead with Alessandro at midnight Eastern time. Get ahead of those line moves with the look ahead show with Alessandro, 11 p.m. Eastern time. So 5 live shows, guys. Full chat, interact with the host and guest. So check it out here on the Tony Picks YouTube channel. So lots of great content. Of course, Chris, that hit list has been very popular here on the channel.
Yeah, it's definitely been awesome there. We cashed 1 or 2 yesterday. I had to go back. I know I personally put 1 in, but as far as the hit list, we did okay to start the year. I know we've got 4 today, 4 games. You got 1 from each, and then I gave you an additional 1 out here today as well. Tomorrow, you're probably going to have 2 hit lists. You're going to have the 2 NFL games. I'm going to give you 2 from each, or 1 from each side, and then you'll have an NHL one as well. As long as I've got data, you guys will have a video, and we'll continue just trying to do well and continue. I appreciate all the comments and support you guys are showing, so keep those coming. I love to hear who you guys are taking, and I sometimes tell you. So keep the comments coming. Make sure you like all the content on the channel. We got a ton of it, a lot of live shows. So definitely check it all out, and make sure you're following us.
Absolutely, guys. Hit that subscribe, follow as well here. And of course, Ninos, have you on the live show. We see some content from you as well, but we see you up on a lot of the reels up on the channel as well.
Yeah, definitely more morning shows lately, but keep an eye out for those dogs and shorts. Could pop back up any day. I think my dog just growled when I said that. I guess he's upset about not being on there. But anyway, but in the meantime, yeah, tons of great content there. So go check all that out. And yeah, tons of great stuff over at Tony's YouTube channel.
Yep, lots of great content here on the channel, guys. So check it out on the short side. A lot of shorts here. If you're on the vertical view on your phone, we tailor to you folks as well. We know 80% of our visitors come on mobile, so we're mobile ready with your mobile picks as well. So check it out here on the Tony's YouTube channel. Of course, a lot of our landscape videos will also have the words up there for you as well. So we're ready to roll here, guys. A lot of content on Tony's YouTube channel, just growing at the moment. I think we tripled our views here over the last month here. Appreciate all the support we're getting from everybody here, supporting our channel, hitting those likes, and of course, tuning in to the show. Greatly appreciate that here on the Tony Six Morning Show and all the our 5 live shows on our channel with all chat interaction as well. So appreciate everyone's contributions there with Ron Hahn in there as well. Ron, of course, he likes his Michigan teams today, right? Michigan State and Michigan today to get it done. What happened to that football team? All right, we got appreciate to you, Kel, for your support as well. That'll do it for the show. Back again tomorrow live at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. Any closing thoughts for anybody before we close it out?
Just make it a winning day, guys.
That's a lot.
Let's make it a winning one. We're going to wake goodbye, guys. You guys making a winning one. We're back tomorrow here on the Tony's Morning Show.